Barbel on! Whoa! Whoa!
Here she goes.
Sun's just coming up in the distance. Pouring our coffee on the bank. Dreamy, proper dreamy. The first proper early session, well, since the opening night, where we've got out the first light, isn't it? So here we are down on the lower Wye, on the Wye bank stretch of the River Wye, on the fishing passport. Yeah, Wyeness Foundation Fishing Passport. We booked a stretch down here. I've been wanting to get down on the lower Wye for quite a while. The first time down here. Really excited about it. So rather than get up early this morning, we decided to load up the camper late last night. Ben had some plans. I had some stuff to sort. So we didn't load the van till nearly midnight. And by the time we got down to where we could park, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Witnessed a car crash on the way in, so we had to stop and assist with that. Fortunately, the lads were all right, but it was a bit of a scary one. So that slowed us up a bit, but we parked up, got our heads down for just a few hours, wasn't it? It wasn't for long. And then set the alarm for about 5 o'clock, wanted to be well prepped to be down here before the sun was coming up. So put some bait in as soon as we got here. Just been letting that settle for about 45 minutes. And yeah, just gonna make this coffee and I'm gonna cast in. Bit of extra water on after the rain we've had the last few weeks. I'm going with a pellet on a band. That's how I normally fish the Wye. So fingers crossed, Chub and Barbel gods are kind to us today. And we're going in. Check the clutch. Need it set down here. The Wye Barbel fight better than most. Right. Oh, we're going and just plopping in over there. Right. Careful that net. Got a bit of line. Okay. Sit with the rod just on my lap. Sun's just coming up over that tree in my face to warm me up nice.
What bait you're on today then?
I've got halibut pellets on a band on a hair. I've been feeding halibut pellets in. Bought a few balls of brown bait with pellets in and a bit of hemp. So I'm going to start off with my usual Wye approach of pellets. It's a bit smaller baits really, but it's probably I think we might be in. Fingers, go on.
Be a nice start, wouldn't it? First
I haven't had a
cast.
sip of coffee yet. That's what it is.
But you've got coffee in you.
Nice knock in there. Coffee's good, isn't it? Have you had any coffee yet?
Yeah, slush.
Good. Yeah, I've already had a bit of.
Oh, that's on.
Yep, something on straight away.
It's nice.
Reckon it was the lucky sip of coffee?
I reckon it was the cup of coffee you had in your hands.
Fighting while in that flow. No, my luck, it'd be a chub.
Might start calling you Dan the Chub Hunter.
Just letting it. I'm extra cautious after losing that barbel the other night. It can make you a little nervous for a while. I think there's a chance it could be a barbel because Chub
How does it feel?
can have given up by now.
Does it feel quite heavy?
It's having a good go, so you can say.
You got the net over there?
I've got the net yet. He's still a way out. If it ain't the kids stopping me having my coffee in the morning, it's the first fish.
Don't be complaining about that.
We've got our first barbel.
First cast, first barbel.
What a way to start the flushing that is. Brilliant. It's not a big barbel. And the rest of it, it's only a little barbel. But you can see, can't you, how much fight the Wye barbel really put into it. Real scrappers. My only worry is sometimes when you catch one straight away, it's great, but you can spook the other fish in the area. So, but I have rested it. Whilst I'm remembering, I'm gonna put some more bait in, keep them occupied with that so that they're not thinking about their mate just getting dragged out of there. And then
we're giving him a good rest and get him back in.
Look at that little beauty.
It's a nice little start, isn't it?
He's lush, isn't he? Look at him, perfect, absolutely perfect. Not a... Look at him. Stunning. Absolutely fin perfect, that is.
Lovely
Scale,
specimen, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing looking fish. It's encouraging, isn't it, to see the nice little ones. Always like catching the nice little ones. And what a scrap.
It's cracking.
Thank you, mate, for an amazing start to the day. I hope you're the sign of things to come. Right, let's get you back.
You can get back to your coffee now.
Yeah. I'm not going to grumble, though.
No.
I'd rather miss out on my coffee to a bite in a barbel than having to change a nappy.
Yeah.
He was clearly destined not to have any of that coffee because before he could take a sip, he already hooked into another barbel.
Well, I'm destined not to have this coffee because I sat down, cast in, picked up my coffee, and I think that'd be a chub because that's coming a lot easier than that last barb. Oh, no, I think that could be another barbel. Another lit then. Oh, look at him. He's having a right go now, isn't he? I'm not going to moan about small barbel for some barbel. Just let him get it out of his system.
He's giving a fight, mind, isn't he?
Fight really well. Every time you think you got him, that is a right little scrapper. See what I mean, where they put everything into it. And again. Awesome.
Not a
I've got
bad
a sip of
start,
my coffee before I deal with that.
You ain't getting off to a bad start, mine, are we?
2 cast, 2 barbel. It's never a bad start, is it?
What's that? Barbel 2, coffee 0.
Yeah. It's a bit cold now. I'll have to get the kettle back on in a minute, but I dare him walk away from my rod. See the fight they put up though, crazy. Only a little one again, couple of pound, 2-3 pound.
Let's have a little look what you got there.
Let's go rest him. He looks already. He's almost fighting the net. He's that aggressive. Look at him.
Mhm.
He's not give up the ghost, has he?
He's a little champ, isn't he? He's not giving up.
He's all right, champ. I'm going to get him out now. He's all right. Oh, flip that off. Line's spraying off. That's fresh on that line, so it's still a bit springy. I relined the reels last night because I thought, knowing how they fight down here, I wanted to be sure that everything was spot on. Wait. Whoa. Well, there you go, like I said.
Absolutely clean. It was such a clean fish.
Yeah. Look.
It's beautiful.
Really clean.
Nice start, eh?
Look at that little guy. What a start to the day. 2 casts, 2 barbel. Awesome stuff. Let's get you back, angry bloke.
It's a little angry chap.
He's a real angry chap. Got little man syndrome, isn't he? Right, let's get him back. Well, I'll just take my jumper off because I've already got a bit of a sweat on. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm a bit warm now. Just scrap with them too. Forearms warmed up nicely. Those little scrappers. And we're going back in. I'm not going to change anything for the minute. Why would you? Bit of light. Finish the last dregs of what feel like my iced coffee now. You scared.
I might as well leave that camera rolling on you for a minute because the way things have been going, you could get a bite within 30 seconds there.
You're going to put the kiss of death on me now, aren't you? Hey, yeah. That feels,
What's that? 3 casts, 3 bites?
I'd say that's the 3rd barbel, and I think I'm going to say it could be a bit bigger because it felt like it was holding the bottom more than the other little missiles. Just never know on the Wye. But the hardest place to judge the size of a fish compared to like the Warwickshire Avon or the 7. They all hang around together. I bet they call themselves a missile crew.
Fighting like little missiles, aren't they?
Yeah. Didn't anticipate him being quite quick then. And I got you. Oh, another baby.
3 in it.
3 and 3.
Is that the same sort of spot you put casting into?
Pretty much the same, exact same spot every time.
Oh, you're not scaring them off, are you?
No, touch wood. Look, still scrapping in that net. They don't need resting like the big brothers. Oh, I'm gonna get him out. Now look at him. I've got my fluoro hook link today. But what I've done, I've just broken it down to a little size 10, I think it's a 10, little swivel in there, and I've just converted, because it's the Wye and how rock it is, there's no way I'd fish braid bottom hook link. So what I've done, I've just broken down just the last few inches of braid, just that nice natural movement.
So what we got there?
So fluorocarbon.
Yeah.
That's a £9 Seaguar Pro Max. Down to just a little bit of gravel effect braid. Size 10, a little band on a hair. And I think that just gives it that little bit of natural movement. And then as soon as they take it in, they that they're aware of that, and it almost creates the bolt for them rather than waiting on they've got a lot of movement on the feeder. So
Well, it's getting the job done, isn't it? So,
3 and 3 with it. I can't say that it isn't. No. Right, let's get him.
well,
Have a look at it.
The day anyway.
I'll put him back. Here we go. Whoa. Come on, little.
So let's get there. Ah, that is 3 cracking little barbel to get the day started, isn't it?
Only little ones, but just perfect, isn't it?
You'd catch them happily all day, wouldn't you?
I will. Just especially with the fight they give you, a bit of exercise. It's just nice to see that rod twitching away, isn't it? After a few sessions where we've been after barbel and not exactly got into them. Yeah. It's wicked to get amongst them. Thank you, buddy. Now tell your mum and dad to come out.
Or your papa.
Oh, your papa. Speaking of papa, ours will be here soon.
Yeah. Did he bring in any food with him? Because Cheetos is all I had in the cupboard last night, and that's not exactly what I want to eat all day.
Well, fortunately for you, I'm a bit more organised. Or the wife is. Nat went down.
Don't try and take the credit for it. We both know Nat's been in the cupboard sorting you out.
She went down to the supermarket, got some bacon, some baps for us. A few treats I'm not going to tell you about because you're on a diet.
No, that's what I got to. I've got to look after my health, you know.
Oh, spoiling me. He wants my spot, doesn't he? He wants my chair. He's really motoring. And it looks a bit rocky down there, doesn't it?
Yeah, keep him away from those snags, mind.
Man, he's proper
Is that
going, isn't he?
four fish forecast done?
Wow, got to get him in first. That's 4
bites at least, anyway.
Yeah.
What do you think he's got, Elbogged? Chub or barbel? You think barbel?
I think it's a barbel fighting like that, isn't it, Lee?
A forecast, that is. Forecast, 4 bites.
You're not wasting my magic pellets, are you, Ellie? How did you sleep? Good. Ready? Oh, did it? I just can't really do a lot with it.
No, just let him fight it out a minute, innit?
He's- I like the action on this rod. Lovely action. Don't seem to give up these barbel here. He's right downstream. I'm going to have to run down the stream to get him in a minute, I think. But you know what these barbel are like, the little barbel, they'll still test that £9, even the little ones. And they surge. Rod's doing a nice job of giving on those little surges. But look at that bouncing away.
Oh, lovely fight, isn't he?
Massive fight. See them surges don't give up, do they? Whatsoever.
How does he feel in comparison to the other 3, Dan?
Well, he's fighting a lot harder. You can't, like I say,
You can't tell in the water.
you just can't tell. There's some fast water there, which means there's some rocks. I'm really keen to get him away from there. He's coming in along this bank here now. always gets nervous once you've had a good scrap like this and you think this could potentially be a good fish. You get a bit nervous because you've got to seal the deal.
Pressure's on.
I think we got him. He's coming here. I can see that feeder just coming up now. He's not really. Oh, here you go. Right, Dad, you can go down and do the honours if you like.
Here.
There's a gap here.
Oh, he's definitely better, Dan.
He's not snagged himself there, has he?
Try and get him away from those rocks if you can.
There
we go.
That's it. Oh. He's not quite ready. Let's get him up.
Not quite ready yet, is he?
Let's get him up. Oh, that's a lot better fish, isn't it?
Lovely, lovely barbel.
Oh, yay.
There we go.
See, Ellie, I do catch barbel when you're with me.
He thinks you're a chub boy.
He thinks I'm a chub fisherman, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh, come and have a look at him then, Ellie. See, again, he's not even that big. But
I tell you what, he didn't have to fight like a Trojan, didn't he?
big time. Look, he's a nice fish, but that's what I call like a decent stamp of barbel that is on the line. You can come hold him with me if you like. Let's just unhook him. He's out. There. I'm going to rest him up.
Yeah, he gave it a fight.
Give a little fight. Let's take a quick pic of him, and I'm going to rest him up. Look at that, Ellie. I'm not going to keep him out longer, weighing him. I'd say he's probably
4, 5, 6 pounds?
No, I'd probably say 6, 7 pounds. Look at it.
What do you think about that, Alison?
You like that?
Absolutely.
All four of them have been scale perfect. Okay. Love looking at them. See those barbs on the front, Ellie? That's what they use to go along the front. You can see his one's poking down if you want to get it there. Flip him down. And when they go along the bottom, they use that to feel across all the gravel. And that's what they use when they're looking for food. And you see his mouth's right on the bottom because he's a bottom feeder. So he goes along and he picks up all the bits and bobs on the bottom. Right, do you want to touch him?
I want to hold him.
You can hold him
Hold him
carefully.
carefully and close to the mat, Alison.
That's it, right above the mat. So that if he...
Boy.
Look at that.
Think you're going to catch yourself a barbel like that one day?
Hopefully today, he says.
I'm sure he's going to get his...
Right, let's rest him up. Why do we have to rest him, Ellie?
Yeah.
Because...
Where's the towel?
Wipe him on your legs, mate. I'm going to put him there and just give him a nice little rest now. Fold that net over and he'll get his breath back because he's been through a right exercise. Wicked, 4 from 4.
Nice start. Catch report is 4 casts, 4 fish, 4 barbel. Not a bad start, eh?
Not a bad start. We've been out the water for probably a good half an hour now. Maybe 40 minutes, but Dad did bring me a Greg, so I can't moan about setting him up and getting him in the water, can I? Well, this is the longest we've been in the water without a bite immediately, and it's only been out there about 2 minutes, but we've had a couple of little knocks on it. Still feeling confident, but it's been crazy. Every time within a minute of casting in, it's been off, so I'm going to keep it going. And if we are fortunate enough to keep catching these little barbel, I might change the tactics to up the size of my baits to try and encourage maybe the bigger barbel of coming in. Or has that been a bit overconfident?
4 in 4 in a bad way to start though, is it? Let's be honest. So
No,
gotta wait
4
for a couple.
barbel before 7:30 in the morning.
we've
When
just been spoiled, haven't we?
was it 7:15?
7:15 first fish in, I think.
No, 7 was the fourth fish.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually, we had lines in the water about 6, quarter past, was it?
It was something like that, wasn't
So
it?
it's 4 in an hour, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We haven't been rushing back in, have we? We've rested it for a moment every time we've caught, just to give it a chance to settle again. So, can't be acting spoilt now, because we've waited a few minutes. Little man's checking on Papa.
How's he getting on, Ellison?
He hasn't caught
He
anything
hasn't got any
yet.
fish yet. You have to bring us a situation report in a bit, won't you?
He was only popping down for a few hours, but it didn't take him long before he started to hook into some barbel for himself. I don't think I've ever actually seen a rod held so high in the air. I think he was trying to make us aware that he's actually hooked something decent.
What we got there? Look at that. You haven't done bad there, Dad, have you? What you got, Ellison? Get close to Papa Al. That's a nice barbel. Let's have a look at the front of him, Dad, turning towards us. Nice job. So we are just over here. We're about 40, 50 metres away from Dan. He's just fishing just over there. There's just a little shallow area here, which you can just see, just here, the water changes. So there's some shallow rocks. So we've decided to fish our dad just over here, so we can get into some of these sort of features around this area. So we're not too close to the shallows of the rocks where we might get some snags. So it's obviously an idea that's worked out well. How many casts was that then, Dad? Second cast, and he's hooked one. Good start.
Go on then, what did our dad have? I saw his rod going. I saw you disappear.
I don't know if I want to upset your mood, but
Really?
I reckon it was better barbel than yours.
No.
He didn't want to weigh it because our dad ain't here for the numbers, is he? But he fought like an absolute tiger, and I reckon it could have been £8-9.
Really?
Yeah. Well, how heavy would you think your last one was then? £7, something like that?
£7-8. I don't tend to want 7.
Yeah.
Probably 7 actually. 6 or 7.
Well,
I don't tend to want to weigh them unless they look like a.
We'll find a way to create a scale later.
I'm not really bothered about that.
Yeah.
But you think it was better than mine?
I reckon that was an £8 or £9 barbel. Getting
So I've
close
been
to a
down
double.
there, set him up, rigged him up, baited him up, chucked it in for him, and he's claiming the glory, is he?
Well, all I'm going to say is he had a look on his face I haven't seen for a while.
Oh.
He was chuffed.
I'm glad. I did glance over, saw his rod in the air, and I thought, is he snagged?
Did you notice that as I was walking over, his rod was held particularly high in the air,
Yeah.
so he could actually demonstrate to us he had a fish on.
Was he showboating?
Yeah. He fought really, really well actually. But
Well, I did glance over a couple of times. I could still see the rod up, and I thought,
well, Ellison
he hasn't got that in yet.
Ellison was going to net it, but he wasn't going to have a chance of lifting it in. So,
Oh, yeah.
I had to get some man strength on it. So
It's all gone quiet here, so I don't know if he's my bad luck charm or what. Do you remember when we were kids and first started fishing the rivers after fishing the little canals and that? Where did we used to go? Was it
River Lion and
the Red Lion?
Red Lion? Did we go?
It used to be a stretch called Stanks', wasn't it?
Stanks, yeah.
And remember when we first started, we were little. Every time it was moving with the motion of the flow, we thought we had a fish on, didn't
Well,
we?
we were used to fish in sort of still waters, weren't we?
Yeah.
And if you put a ledger in there, it would be absolutely solid unless it was sort of raining. And you remember casting in and thinking, why is the end of the rod moving absolutely everywhere?
What we used to catch was eels.
Yeah.
Or the odd perch, wasn't it? And where does this rain come from? It was 0% chance of rain for all week. Last night, 0% chance of rain.
I know. It's
And they tell us that.
for obvious reasons.
How can they tell us there's going to be global warming in 100 years when they can't even tell us if it's going to rain or not tomorrow? So there we go. Second chub. Had a little one a second ago. That's the first proper chub.
Nice.
Surprised it took him so long to make an appearance today after all the chub I've been catching recently, particularly at the Wye further upstream. Love him. Right, getting him back. I think it's time. We get the Kelly kettle going, get the frying pan out.
Sandwiches on, I think.
Get the bacon sandwiches on. We've earned them now.
We haven't had any breakfast yet.
You can have a bacon sandwich too, mate, if you want.
You having a bacon sandwich? You want to hold a chub first?
Come on, then you can come put the chub back with me. We can get the frying pan out, mate. Bit harder to get the fire going when it hasn't got the flue on it. It doesn't draw so much, so we'll use some fire lighters. Get a cutlet then on the go. They're always good to starting it off. What have we got? My little matches. Where's I put my matches then? Here they are. These are a lifesaver if you forgot your lighter like I have. All weather matches. They don't go out in the rain, wind. You just got to drop them in there. Drop your lighter things over there. And away you go. Let's get some kindling on the go, Ellie. Ooh, lovely jubbly. Something about cooking by the side of the river just makes you feel like a man, doesn't it?
It does. It just brings us back to our natural instincts to be hunter-gatherers.
It is a primal hunting thing. Men love fire. Men love
fire.
Men love cooking food with fire.
I think we do in particularly because we grew up in a household where actually had natural fires burning, so the sound of the fire crackling and burning just reminds us of like
cozy, innit?
Cozy winters and stuff, doesn't it?
Got our plates there. What have I got? I've got my new little tongs I bought the other day. Nice and easy. Got a second frying pan if we need it. Oh, you know what I have forgot, don't you? I have forgotten the oil. Although I think this bacon is thick out enough fat
on the food, unfortunately. At least healthier that way, but
I suppose so. Really get that fire going. Some good chunks of wood on that. There you are. I'll tell you what I have got, which is a nice little tip of mine. If I can find it. Where have I put it, Ellie? You don't know, do you, mate? Ah, in here, I reckon. Here, this little bad boy. This is a bad boy, mate. This is for getting the fire going a bit better. Look at that, buddy. I think that's the right way to do it. Bacon. Ah, listen to that. That. It's comfort to my ears, mate. You like that noise, mate? You know what that means, don't you? You're going to get fed real soon. Frying pan off. Oh,
kettle on.
Kettle on. There we go. No wastage on that burner. She even packed me the HP.
She's a good one, isn't she?
Brown sauce all round, boys. Want brown sauce, Ellie?
Yes, please.
Yeah. We'll have it, Dad, won't you?
Well, the fishing soon continued and we didn't fail to bring in more barbel and more chub. It was turning out to be a really good day overall. And look at that, Dan and Dad even managed to hook a pair of barbel together. Well, if you've made it this far, keep watching, because near the end of the video, Dan does get hooked into a massive fish. And if you could do us a massive favour, drop us a like and subscribe, it would really help the channel.
Dad's pulled in, is that your sixth barbel today, Dad?
Yeah.
Sixth barbel.
What we got on the scales, take the net off after. Hey, buddy.
What we got?
What's he saying?
Stick barbel. Let's have a look at the scales. We are at £7, just nearly on £7.
£7.
Yeah, so I think the previous one's been about £5.5–6. Some of the sort of larger barbel we've had. That one's at £7. Cracking fish. Good session for our dad here. 7 barbel on the River Wye.
Get under that one, mate. Good work, Kelly. That's a decent barbel, that one. Of course you can hold it, mate. Oh, that's my best one of the day, I think. It's a decent fish. Before we get him out, I might weigh that one just for a bit of fun. I'm gonna rest him there. Oh, you're gonna get the scales, are you? As I was saying, I think it's important to try and get them involved as early as possible. I remember going when I was little. How old were we? Probably a little bit older than Ellie, I reckon, actually. 7 or 8, I reckon, yeah. And Stroudwater Canal, wasn't it, on a little club there. Dad took us down to one of his mates and we were just playing around catching rudd, roach, gudgeon, weren't we? So that was a nice easy way to start, but starting off with barbel is a bit of a different kettle of fish altogether, isn't it? Fish on. Oh, straight away, bed. Ellie, I think we've got a barbel on, mate. Coming in along this bank here now. Always gets nervous once you've had a good scrap like this. Here we have the best fish so far today. They've all been a small stamp of barbel coming out, but we've had a few that have been a bit better. But this one's the definitely the best one. I'm going to weigh this one before I put it back, just so I know what we're looking at. But I'd guess probably about £9, that maybe £8, £9. It's got a good weight, it's quite thick. But it's funny, I was just dozing in my chair for a moment then, felt my eyes just dozing off, and all of a sudden I felt the rod hit me on the hand. That quickly woke me up. But that's a cracker. Honestly, the fish in this Wye are just so clean, healthy looking. I know there's a lot of bad press on the Wye at the moment with the conditions of it, and that's undoubted. You can see evidence of it, but with regards to some of the fish, they're just stunning. And this is yet another example of the beautiful fish we've had out today.
What are we looking at in terms of that? Barbel?
I think that's my 9th barbel now. 9th barbel. Dad's had 7. Yeah, 4 or 5 chub, I think. So, what a cracking fish. Yeah, all just stunning. Scale perfect, fin perfect. No signs of any otter damage like you do get on the, more commonly, I've seen on the Warwickshire Avon or even the 7. These are all just splendid. Well, Dad's just snuck down and taken a seat next to me. He said he was going and bluffing, or said it'd gone quiet, so I invited him down. So he settled in just down there, but personally I think he's trying to muscle in on my peg. You better not disturb my shoal. Well, what have I got a bite? On the board today so far, we have 4 chub. Mainly small chub, but 1 very good chub. Dad's got 7 barbel, and I'm on 10 barbel. So that's a very, well, what time is it? 2:15 in the afternoon. It's not a bad session, is it, so far? What a cracking little session. He hasn't come over and taken a fish out of my swim, has he? What's going on?
He's just come over again.
You reckon?
Is he snagged, or is he taking a fish out of your swim?
He's onto it.
He's
the smallest
catching you. Oh,
is it a chub or is it a rudd?
We can count it.
What is it? Is he counting that?
I don't know.
Are we counting that?
Well, it's a catch, isn't it? So we'll let him have it.
Was it Chub? Little Chub. Yeah, we'll count it. No, it doesn't look very Barbel-like at all. It looks very little Chub look like to me, and that is not going on his
He's trying to claim
scorecard.
it's a barbel.
He tried it and he failed. I've walked a lot of the river down Monmouth way,
Yeah.
which is obviously further down, and I've always been like itching to get down here on the lower Wye, and whenever I've been around the forest or Simmenjack kind of way, it's always made me itchy to get down here. I just haven't made it because I've just been busy fishing other stretches. But this week, just scanning around trying to figure out where I could go for a change. It's nice to mix up sometimes. I know that we've fished quite a lot on the Avon so far this year and the Severn, put a few little sessions in on the team, and I'm forever thinking, where could we go? Which has actually inspired us, hasn't it, to go on a bit of a mission, like a 36 or 48 hour mission. Where are we thinking of going? We were thinking about the 3 River Challenge, weren't we?
Potentially up north. I think we're
Potentially up north, get over to the Trent, because I've never fished the Trent.
We want to do like a couple 100 miles over a couple of days, don't we?
Yeah, we were thinking of an early start, say, on a Thursday morning, heading up to the River Trent, doing a session there, then heading across probably to the upper Severn, because I've never fished up there, up around Shrewsbury kind of way. So I've been doing a bit of investigating up there and doing kind of like half a day there and hopefully catch a barbel in that time before heading home on the home leg and stopping off on the Wye, but up kind of like the, where would you call it? Upper middle Wye, up like Hereford kind of way, because that's only about an hour away from home. So that's kind of a mission we're planning, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to start doing some planning of it next week and probably do it in the early part of September, I imagine. Obviously we've got busy summer with children, summer holidays, and filming these shorter features, but it's just a dream of ours. We've been thinking about it all summer, so we're going to start putting the planning into works next week, see where we're likely to stop, and cover ourselves over a few days and see what we can do.
Just been caught in a bit of a snag. Pulled someone else's old, they've obviously been broken up, someone's old rig. I've been obviously fighting a few decent fish today, and there are a few rocks and snags like that I occasionally get caught in. So every now and again, this is an important tip to those who don't know, just run your hand down the last couple of meters of your main line, or even your hook link, probably more so the top of the hook link. And I felt, just before I was going to cast in, I just felt it's all very rough, and I can look at it and physically see that it's frayed. And if I pulled that really hard, I'm pretty confident that'll just give way. So at a key moment, you don't want that happening. And I tested a hook link the other day. I could just feel a little something. I'd just give it a pull and it went tink, snapped off straight away. I thought, I wasn't upset because I had to replace it. I was relieved that I know that I'd have lost the fish if I'd have hooked into one at that point. So keep an eye on your line. Give it a test every now and again. I'm going to retie that. Bit of an insurance.
Well, our dad's in the background there, and he's getting his hooks into something again. He's had a good day, really, hasn't he? He's done what, 10, 11 fish now?
With his chub, yeah, it's got to be about that, isn't it? I've lost track because obviously we haven't caught them all on camera. Barbel? Of course it is. You can't take his word for it. You've always got to double check with our dad. You've got to, until it's in the net and you can physically put your hands on it to see it.
Physical evidence required. Yeah.
What's Netboy doing? He don't like the name Netboy anyway. He wants to be called LED. Or I'm not going to say anything more on that at this point. But
maybe when he grows up, he'll regret that.
He'll rethink that name LED Eel, but at the moment he likes it. He thinks they're cool. Not many people think eels are cool. So
No.
they've gained a fan and a follower in Ellie, so.
Well, it's a small fan base, so.
Some people actually love them.
He's taking you into a snag there, Dad, is he?
Do you need some assistance? I better go and help out, hadn't I?
Yeah.
Flicking the bait runner on mine.
I think he's taking
Let's have a
Oh, tighten that.
tighten that clutch.
Tighten that clutch.
The whizzing it round. He's what? Right there. The feeder's come off here, isn't it? He's bumped you off. Hook's off.
He's outsmarted you.
Oh man.
Oh man. What happened? What?
What fight? Stop fighting straight away.
Well, we can see you fighting him. When did it come off?
Into there with it.
You should have come down here and kept him out of the way, I reckon.
Just trying to hold him in the midstream, that's what I was doing. I do, look, have a good day.
You enjoyed that, yeah?
Yeah, very good.
Good. Well, just waving off goodbye to Dad and my little net man, Ellie. They've had a good day. Both of them looking a bit tired now. Dad finished up with 7 barbel, 3 chub. So he's happy. He's going home happy. Reckons he's pulled his shoulder, strained his bicep. He's always over-egging it, but no, I can tell he's thoroughly enjoyed it. He's never fished down here either. He doesn't get as much time to, or make as much effort to get out fishing as I do. He thinks I'm obsessed, but he loves it himself, really. But yeah, he's come down. He followed us down this morning, obviously because we crashed over last night. And he's going home with a smile on his face, rosy cheeks where he's a bit tired and been out in it. And the boy's gone home with him as well, and he's happy. Not that he could do a lot of fishing today, as I said earlier. What can a little one do with a barbel when they fight like that? But he's taken part, he's helped where he can, he's been the net boy. He's helped scatter bait absolutely everywhere, not necessarily in my swim, but he's getting better on the catapult. He's had his cup of tea and a bacon sandwich, and he's not at home playing on the iPad or annoying his brothers and sisters. My only disappointment is today, not just a disappointment, because obviously we've done really well, but do you know, you have like an idea of how you might get on and fish, where we might have to change the setup, or I bought the waders and that long ready to get out there and have a go on the stick float.
Yeah.
But I haven't needed to. I was gonna bought another rod ready to roll some meat, but it's gunning through there a bit, isn't it? And we've not needed to. But
You've been pulling fish out all day.
barbel on! Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa!
It goes.
Take it. Throw it off.
You didn't come off then. Oh, God.
That hook link snapped then, I could feel it.
That was by far the best fish on all day. Literally grabbed that and absolutely powered down the river.
I couldn't do anything with that. The moment I tried to put some slight resistance, just a slight resistance, because I can see one of those.
Did he take you into the rocks or something?
I just knew it was rocky down there, and I just thought, I've got to try and slow him up.
Wow.
Days.
It's a shame, really, but you can't kick yourself. It's just, you know.
I'm going to bring it in. I can tell that's the hook link.
Yeah. You could tell, couldn't you, the way it took it and went off. That was a proper possible double barbel.
I'm a little
Is that a sign that it's the end of the session?
hook link gone.
Couple more
Look at
casts, I
that,
reckon.
Yeah. Oh. Look at that. Oh man.
Well,
That felt like a cracking fish.
you know, it absolutely rocketed off.
Ripped around, didn't it?
Yeah.
One
Right.
more go.
Couple more casts.
I think I've got one more hook length set up.
One more. Don't get nothing in 20 minutes, I think we're going to call it.
I'll got one here. It's not how I've been fishing the others. What my yeah, I'll use this one. Well, sometimes I like to make the rigs up on the bank depending on what the conditions look like and whether I want to fish a long hook length or a short hook length, or what type of hook length I want to use, be it braid or fluoro or mono. But I tend to make up probably half a dozen. I have a bit of an idea of the way that I'm going to fish it when I select where I'm going. I've always got a stock of them in the fishing shed anyway. But I always like to bring about half a dozen with me anyway, kind of like backup ones if you're looking to get back out in the water quickly like this, because we're looking to go, but I've just lost a decent fish, so I want to get back out there. So I like to keep like a nice little supply of them. It just gets you back in the water quickly. I always top them up before a session. So it's the last rig I got set up. I say, you could say being lazy, but it's not really, because it's along the lines of where I'm going. I've been fishing just a 112mm Dynamite Robin Red, and it's a bit of a longer hair on it, probably designed for one of the boilies or cocoons that I use. But I'm going double red, and I'm gonna give it a go, because that felt like a good fish. So hopefully there's another big one in the area, and we're going back in.
Just a quick thank you from us if you've made it this far and you've enjoyed the entire video. It was a pleasure to make. We're making lots more of these all the time, and we're going to be releasing them on a regular basis on YouTube. Do us a favour, hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot, and we plan to hopefully continue to do this throughout the rest of the fishing season. And we've got big plans next year to do plenty of content creating as well. So if you've got any advice for us, or you want to ask us any advice, then please just drop us a comment. We're here to help, we're here to learn also. We're just enjoying making fishing content. So get yourself out and about, guys, enjoy yourself.